Taurus, welcome. Going to do the second half of September. Your heart spread, guys. It's an 8-card spread, and it reads for who you're thinking of, who's in your heart. You don't have to be with them. I was telling somebody they don't even have to be alive. If they're in your heart, they're going to be who this is going to pick up on. Number one person there. It may not be the one you're with. I don't know. If you haven't, check out the Soul Family Read. I do a daily read, just a collective read, wherever resonates. See if you relate to that. It's kind of a personal read. Get with you. Can't wait to get live and do that. Do subscribe, like, so I can get live and hit the 1,000 mark. I'm getting there. And then I think that read particularly will be a lot of fun live. I'll be able to interact with people. So, and also do a single spread now if you don't have anyone on your mind, or if you have a single friend that doesn't have anyone on their mind, hook a brother up and share my link with them and say, hey, check out the 4-pillar singles read. You know, it's up for the weekend. It's up today as well for Monday the 6th. New moon energy today. Virgo. Got some nice aspects here. So this is a great date night. If you haven't already, call up your boo or text them. Hey kids, I don't know. I ain't never used the phone anymore to talk on, but call them up, text them, you know, whatever it takes, and get up a date going on. You know, at least go out to dinner or something. You know, something romantic. Why not? All right, cards are wild now. Let's see what we got. This is you. Oh, Taurus. So, right out of the bat, if you're not relating to this card, I know you're bye. Goodbye. Check it next week, guys. So, 3 of Swords. You know, what can you say about that? Got to keep in mind his thoughts, and communication. But this is the energy. It's supposed to signify where you're at, where your mind is at, where your heart is at, and you're hurting. Now my question is it past or present? I still don't know the answer to that, because your person is showing up as the 9 of Cups. Now this could be your Taurus. If you got Pisces, Venus, yeah, could be. Pisces, Mars, but you know, I'm trying to figure out. I'll figure it out, but you know, because we want to see if this resonates with you. I get the feeling it's confusing because it's a bit of both. Like maybe what you're thinking is, oh no, I'm doing this again with this guy or girl. It's not a guy or girl, because you know maybe they're kind of really not giving you back emotionally, and they're mostly giving to themselves. They're healthy and having a good time, and the happy bachelorette energy. And now, you know, it kind of depends on where you're at. You know, that would probably, I'm Venus in Scorpio, this would not be good for me. And I'd probably be feeling like this. But I get the feeling like you're like, ah, shit, man, again, you know. So another way to read this is this: you were with someone who was very emotionally unavailable, and now you're with someone else who starting to appear like they're pretty emotionally unavailable too. And I think that's what's got you in 3 of Swords energy. So there's a pattern. There's a pattern here. And now it's putting you in the Hermit mode. This is really good, because the Hermit points at himself. So you're in reaction to this person. And I hope you're watching this reading. Give me a comment, because I think this is going to be a helpful reading. It may not be a successful love outcome, but helpful, because the Hermit points his finger at himself. It's always about self-knowledge with the Hermit, and it is being alone. But I tell you what, if you're going to break up, this is the best thing to do. Just become the Hermit. I mean, I literally, when I break up, I take this card and look at it, and I do some other things. I literally try to manifest that energy, because I say I got to pull myself away. I don't spend a lot of time going, well, they didn't do this, and why didn't they do that, and why did they do that? It's like, why did I do that? Why did I pick them? Because that's where you get your bang for buck. I mean, you can go around for a million years about all the shit they did or didn't do. It gets you nowhere. It gets you exactly nowhere. Point your finger at you for 1 minute and you're taking off like a rocket. Wow, so they're showing up with the Queen of Pentacles energy towards you. That's a very interesting change. To go from the Nine of Cups, this is kind of, I see them kind of on their own. So I don't really see this as reacting to you at all. This is just kind of how they are. They're a happy bachelor. Good on them. They're emotionally self-fulfilled. They're not going around needy and needing love, that kind of thing. I'm guessing you wouldn't meet them on a dating site. But now when they're with you, now they become suddenly the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you right now, it feels to me like they want to take advantage of you. That's how this feels. Because you make them feel like the Queen of Pentacles. I see some cha-ching here energy. How I feel. You know, I mean, they're kind of party boy, party girl, and now they're with you, and the main way they're thinking about you is like you're an ATM. Just saying. Advice from Spirit. I mean, like just saying, over the Hermit. I mean, so far you're doing great. I mean, you know, you're doing exactly the right thing. Even watching this reading, consider an astrological consultation. Not with me, with someone. I mean, I just think you get so much bang for your buck with it, you know. I don't know why all therapists aren't required to be astrologers. I was in therapy all my life, and now I think, God, how did they do it? But wow, so you're going inside, looking at yourself, and you're going to be healing. I get 4 months, something. So I'm sorry, because sometimes Taurus, hopefully you can handle it. 4 months to a Sagittarius seems like a life sentence. No, but I get this feeling like you're going to kind of need to withdraw, maybe will withdraw from this person and heal. That's what Spirit is advising, heal. You really want to listen to Spirit's advice. Now, I don't know if this person's cross-watching. I got a feeling no. But what Spirit is advising is that justice will be served. And I don't really want that to sound as dark as it does. It just is what it is. Justice will be served. Karma will be served. The scales will be balanced. It's not good. It's not bad, you know. Karma's not, you know. People always talk about karma like it's always bad. Sometimes it's really good. Trust me, I just got some. It's really good. Thank you, Spirit, so much. So it's not always bad, but it's what's being advised is this person should consider that, you know, there's also the Libra card might be prominent in their chart or something. Wouldn't surprise me. Got Venus there now. Might look at where Venus is too. Could tell something. But the scales are going to be balanced. And they may want to think about that because this is coming from the universe. It's not anything either one of you are going to have any control over. This here doesn't have anything to do with you at all. It's strictly for them. Even though that's advice for them in the relationship. I am interpreting it that it really means it's just for them. It's like, you know, because I don't know. I don't really see a relationship. So it's kind of just, it is a warning. It's like saying there's consequences to your actions. There is. That's just how it is. Wow. Now the advice from Spirit is the Two of Cups. You got my attention, Spirit. He seriously got my attention. I love the Two of Cups in this deck too. It's a gilded Tarot Royale deck, I gotta say. Alright, Spirit, help me out here. I'm not seeing this. I go by cards. I'll let Spirit help me. I'm not seeing this. 4 months is significant. Maybe you need a break. So they can think about what they've done, and you can think about why you've got involved with them. Okay. I'm clarifying this Two of Cups, guys. Five of Swords. Four Swords and the Five of Swords. Okay, I'm really curious about the outcome now. But this is advice from Spirit. One thing now, the Two of Cups advice from Spirit, pretty clear. You got two lovers. You each get to make a choice, and I think is what this is saying. And it looks like Spirit is saying you may want to consider each other. And I think it's going to say this because there's a karmic connection here. Because this is Spirit's advice for the relationship as a whole. That's pretty clearly you two looking at each other and giving each other your cups. Now why though, and the colors are similar, there too in that background, that sky. Why would Spirit, because your sky's prominent here because it's air, right? So thoughts and communication. Now why would it advise arguing? Because this is really fighting and arguing. Even to the point of, winning a hollow victory. You always say you can't win a relationship. But why would Spirit advise this? What I can think of is there needs to be a really tough conversation. And I got a feeling like you need to wait before you have this conversation. Because this conversation's for you, Taurus. Really. And I think like it's saying you have to prepare your Four Swords and then Five of Swords. It's going to be about 4 months. You need time to think about this. I highly suggest that you get some counseling. If this isn't real clear, I'm not trying to condescend, but if this isn't real clear and you're not going, got it, then, and it's resonating, then get it. However you got to get it. Think about it. Talk to a friend. If you have a really wise friend, you bring them all the way in, tell them about. Maybe they go, oh, yeah, because sometimes, we just block ourselves. I do it all the time. And I ask my best bud, and he goes, yeah, it's because you're blah, blah, blah. I go, yep, that's it. Because it's going to be important for you to really grasp you're into this, man, before you deal with this. Because I think, like, this is, it's going to be like negotiations and a fight and boundaries all wrapped into one. And, apparently you're being advised to resolve this. One thing I can say, when you draw in relationships like this, if you don't resolve it, you're just going to draw in another one. They have a different face, a different name. They might be hotter or not, but you're going to end up at the same place with someone that's emotionally unavailable. So this is what you're going in to figure out. Why do you keep getting these emotionally unavailable people? And you're going to have to come out packing, man, when this goes down. Maybe it's now, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe that part's right. I think you need a little time to gel. Outcome. Judgment card. Wow, this has got dripping with karma here, with justice being their advice, and then the Judgment card. I'm kind of getting chills right now. I'm not saying this is anything bad. You guys have past life karma. I'm not an expert on this. I know it when I feel it. I could see it in your astrological chart. I can see it in your synastry. It's just, I don't do regressions and stuff. I'm not even really a big believer in that. I really like to focus on this life. I went around with a hypnotherapist about that. Almost blows one time. He'll say, I told you I'm doing that, right? Don't mess with me when I'm kind of unconscious. So Judgment coming up here. I think you guys are going to pull this off. This is like, I'm thinking you're probably too young, but High Noon, right? The movie High Noon, the old movie, kind of comes to mind. There's going to be something that's going to go down with you guys. And, Judgment is they're calling us out, the angels, and our angels, our guides. And I think they're calling you out to resolve this issue that causes you to pull in these unavailable people, mostly unavailable people, so that you'll be done with it. And I think this is where it's your High Noon, and you're going to be, it wasn't Gregory Peck, Jim Stewart, Yeah, that was the hero or the anti-hero. And you're going to have your own high noon with this. And I think like the reason this is going to work is because there's something karmic going on here that I don't understand. Spirit, the universe, God, however you want to look at it, is the ultimate AI. I'm at the point where now I don't think you have a conversation on the street that wasn't designed and isn't part of your soul's purpose, which you can often see in an astrology chart. Certainly any significant relationships of any kind are orchestrated. So, and this would clearly be shown by major transits here from the outer planets, Uranus and Pluto and Neptune, particularly Saturn and Jupiter as well. So it's not to be taken lightly, Taurus. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate your comments. Thank you, guys.